Once upon a time, in a land where the sun always seemed to shine just right, there was a girl as pretty as a picture and as soft as a kitten's fur. She was the only child in her family, which meant her mom did all the chores, cleaning, washing, cooking, you name it. Meanwhile, this girl, she was the queen of lounging, doing absolutely nothing all day. Years went by, and she was old enough to get married. Suitors came from far and wide, but when they heard about her laziness, they ran faster than the wind blowing on a stormy day. But then, one day, an old man with twinkling eyes showed up, saying, "I hear you've got a lovely maiden. I'm here to take her as my daughter-in-law." Her mother, quick as a wink, warned, "She's spoiled rotten, not used to lifting a finger." "No worries," said the old man with a chuckle. "At our place, no one forces anyone to work. If you want to work, you work. If not, you rest. Promise me you'll never scold her." "Her ears aren't accustomed to harsh words," her mother pleaded. "In our house, there's no such thing as harsh words," the old man assured her with a slight grin. So, they arranged the wedding, and off she went to live with her new family. The first night at her new home, her mother-in-law was a whirlwind, making a pie, roasting a chicken, and setting out wine. Our lazy girl just sat there, thinking, "Wow, my new mom's doing all of the housework. This'll be the life." The following morning, the old father-in-law said, "Come on, everyone, off to the fields." "What for?" yawned the princess of procrastination. "To dig up corn," he said. "With hoes?" she asked like it was the most shocking news. "Yep, with hoes," he nodded. "I'm not going. Hoes are too heavy for my soft hands," she declared. "Fine, stay and tidy up the house then," he suggested. The family headed to the fields, leaving her to her own devices. She lazed around until hunger struck. She rummaged through the kitchen but found nothing. "They've left me high and dry," she grumbled. Then wandered into the garden to sniff the flowers for a while, lay under the cherry tree, and fell asleep. In the evening, the family came back tired as dogs. The house was a mess. No food, no water, chickens unfed. With a sigh, the mother-in-law did all the work while the lazy girl just watched, swinging her legs. She went to bed hungry and grumpy. The next day was a repeat, but this time, she found just a crust of bread meant for the dog. She complained that the sun was too hot for her to work outside. That night, the father-in-law broke the bread into 3 pieces again, and she had another breadless dinner. Unlike the first night, her stomach growled like a bear. She couldn't sleep and thought long and hard until dawn. When the 3rd rooster crowed, she leaped out of bed, determined. She tidied up like a whirlwind, fetched water, fed the chickens, lit the stove, cooked up a storm, and even baked bread. When her family returned, exhausted, they were amazed. She served dinner with a flourish, and when she handed the bread to the old man, he broke it into 4 pieces this time. With a smile, he said, "Eat up. You've earned your bread today." And wow, that bread tasted like the sweetest victory she'd ever known. From that day, she learned that hard work always pays off. And that, my friends, is why we say, he who doesn't work shouldn't eat.